What's going on, everybody? I am back with another video, and today we're going to be taking a look at this knife right here. This is the Ikuchi. Here's the box, and quite a neat little knife, I have to say. So this is more of a first impressions video. I just received this just yesterday from Jeff Juice as a birthday present. And I have to say, extremely interesting knife so far. So what it is it's a tiny little lightweight flipper knife. It's like a front flipper, but it's the actual flipper itself is kind of like a Zippo lighter. So if you can see here in the it's rounded. It looks like just any other kind of a lighter kind of a deal here, but very interesting. It took a little bit for me to get used to flipping the knife, and to be honest, it hasn't really been broken in yet. But I just want to do this first impressions video. I am getting back into the smaller, lighter carry, and this fits the bill because it's streamlined. It's lightweight. It's got the nice wire clip from Spyderco. It slips in pockets really, really nicely. So far so good. I mean, this is ticking a lot of good boxes for me in terms of EDC. It's not as easy to deploy yet because, again, I haven't really quite gotten used to the characteristics of this particular knife. I'm just looking at my iPad over here. Looks like it's designed by Paul Alexander. He has a PhD in mechanical engineering, and apparently he's a knife nut as well, just kind of like most of us here. But anyways, let's take a look at this thing. Again, very streamlined. I love how the blade just perfectly aligned itself with the handle there. And the cool thing about it, if I can get this thing to flip, oh, there you go. It's got this little drilled out hole here, but what I love is the fact that the Spyderco hole actually lines up perfectly with the hole in the handle. This is really cool. But looks like the pocket clip can be reversed. So you got your left and right carry. It is a compression lock. Now, this is probably one of the few things I have to kind of give a slight knock to, just because it's kind of it's almost inaccessible in a way. Because in some of the other Spyderco, let's see if I have one on the table really quick here. Here's one. All right. So in the past, the compression lock, there's a massive cutout for you to actually get to the lock itself. As you can see, the Ikuchi has a very, very minimalistic opening or cutout for you to reach the compression lock. So once you have it deployed, now right-handed, it's not too bad, because usually what I do with the Para 2 is I just hold it like this, press down with the middle finger, and I get to it, right? Now, I can do pretty much the same thing with this knife. But it's just like I have to use my nail, really. I mean, and I got medium-sized hands, so if you guys with the larger hands may have a bit more trouble getting your fingernail in here. Now, left hand is very, very odd. So here, let me show you what the Para 2. So with the left hand is pretty simple. I actually just put my finger here and I press down, and I could use my index finger to just close it, right? However, with the Ikuchi, it's a little more awkward. Like, I can get my thumb in here and I can do that, but it's kind of like I feel like the knife is rotating out of my hands whenever I do that. But I guess with all things, it does come with practice. And again, I've only had this for a day, but again, this was just a first impressions video. But love how streamlined that knife is. I mean, if you see, it's just kind of like a slightly curved shape, really ergonomic. And again, it slips in and out of the pocket well. It's not too thick, and like I said, the wire clip is very easy to use, as always. There's only been a few Spyderco knives that had the wire clips that have been extremely too tight, and this is not one of them. This is a really this design here affords really good accessibility in and out of the pockets. And here's the blade, absolutely beautiful. Oh, sorry, you can tell I've already used it. It's extremely sharp. The blade isn't very thick. Again, if I bring out the Para 2 again, you can see it's it's pretty thin and full flat ground, which means it has superior slicing ability. So here's the maker's mark there. This is made overseas, of course. And here's the other side. It is CPM S30V steel. You got your traditional Spyderco logo and name on the blade. Very minimalistic billboarding. But yeah, it's just very nice. And after you deploy the knife, the flipper, if you will, does not extend past the tang here. So again, very clean line. So if you were to just kind of look at it, everything just kind of lines up in this swooping fashion here. Not quite the Persian style, but pretty close, I guess. I don't know what you would call it. And of course, standoffs keep everything nice and light. There is no lanyard hole, so I guess you could wrap a lanyard around. There's a lanyard pin, though, I think. I think that's what this is, or you could probably use it to wrap a lanyard around it. But I don't know if that's something you want to do. The blade looks like it comes quite close to that lanyard pin, but it looks like it still is able to clear it. So if you guys want to, wrap some paracord through here or whatnot, you probably could do it. But yeah, very elegant design. I'm really liking it so far. But again, this is first impressions. I'll be reporting back on how this knife performs and how it is to live with on a daily basis. Oh, and the thing I love about this is that Jeff was saying that people are using it like a Zippo lighter. So if you can hold the knife like this, you can kind of you can kind of basically open it like if you're just flicking or igniting a Zippo lighter. It's just very cool. Look at that. It's so awesome. It is a little awkward though, because then you do have to have the pocket clip on the side you're doing it, because if you're doing it with the hand with the pocket clip on the opposite side, there's not much to grip, and it's really awkward to actually open. So the trick I found is that you literally have to rock back, which means that you pull and then you rock all the way back like this on the handle. You can't just do it halfway. You really have to rock all the way back. So that's the characteristics of this lock and this flipper. So, all right then. Well, one more flip for everybody. And so this is, again, first impressions of the Ikuchi. Loving it so far. Guys, got any questions or comments, please leave it below. Aside from that, have a nice day. Take care, and I'll catch you all on the next one.